Okay, balik na ato signal karon diri. So, I hope nga ito tuloy-tuloy na ito ha. Okay. Mayroong blessing ngayon. Ang blessing ngayon, magbalik tayo sa live sa Facebook natin. Okay, sa tanang mga friends, brothers and sisters. Okay, ang daming mga heart dito sa screen natin. And I'm glad that even though nag-off tayo, pero balik tayo ngayon. Balik tayo ngayon, no? So, necessary walang kupas tayo sa ating mga light working activities. Okay, mayroon mga panahon na ang environment natin actually mga environment natin are very supportive. So, pag mayroong mga situation, okay, madali lang natin ma-adjust. So, that's just why we are adjusting here because the signal is kasi dito may blessing, umulan dito. Siguro pag may ulan, ang signal natin mawala siguro ang signal sa pagmalakas ang ulan, no? Malakas ang signal sa internet, so okay lang. Pero hindi siguro malakas ang signal sa internet pag may ulan, wala rin siguro ang signal. Anyway, let's continue and welcome everybody to all the chapter of Dugukan, sa Karaatan, sa Danao, sa Dunas, sa Liburon, sa Gurordo Center chapter sa Manila, sa Dayong, sa Naga, sa Guadalupe, sa Zamboanga, Panama, Bethlehem, Kabuilan, okay, also now in India. Okay, I will officially say that we have now chapter there in India and likewise also in US, headed by Heidi Van Hoek, and sa India headed by Marivik. Okay, Marivik Brahmi. Okay, I'm glad to see you all here. And sa lahat ng mga practitioner doon, sa bawat chapter, every chapter, mga panghinaot na nakamutanan sa kapiskay sa panglawas, hoping everybody is doing well and in good health. So this is our live broadcast. We are here in our place, live broadcast. So pag mayroong enhancement quarantine, we are still here, enhancement cultivation. So don't forget our term, enhancement cultivation. So kailangan natin yan. Kailangan natin yan para we can survive the trials of life. Yeah, whatever trials in life might be coming, okay, we are always ready. Nag-arrange na tayo sa ating mga preparation, how to survive life. Anyway, we are surviving. Maski nga walang trials, o may trials, okay, doesn't really matter. Kaya natin lang ngayon, we are as usual. Pag may magkumusta sa iyo, kumusta man kayo ngayon? Okay, as usual. And that is actually the best answer, as usual. So, I hope everybody now is in good health. Pag mayroong mga problems sa katawan, okay, don't forget, apply the Ascension Oil. Apply the Ascension Oil. That's my secret. My secret actually is Ascension Oil. Pag magpunta kami sa mga isla, lalo na pag may mga activities doon na something like sa Cebuano pa na tawag dyan is hilan. Hilan kay dangerous place because there are negative psychic energies. Sabihin lang natin, there are negative psychic energies na if you don't have powerful shielding, wala kang mga counter, talagang really dangerous. At siya, ginamit natin yung Ascension Oil natin just to counter mga ganyang klase ng mga problems, mga situation ba. Kailangan tayo na mayroon tayong mga alternatives. Actually, that's the best option today. As we go forward, mayroon mga trials sa surroundings, so we will have alternatives. And inner cultivation actually is the best option. Okay, sa lahat ng mga practitioners of holistic art of Dugukan, my warmest regards to everybody, and akong pangayoon sa labang makagagahom nga panaglinan kitang tanan karon sa mayong mayong mga panghuna-huna, mayong panglawas, o daghang mga grasya nga mabot sa ato ang kinabuhi. Okay, sa tanang mga chapter, sa tanang mga practitioner, also now joining is si Brad Edwin sa Liboron chapter. Mayong hapon diha, Brad Edwin. And also si Jonel. Mayong hapon po diha, Jonel. Jumayra sa Restauro. Okay, mayong hapon diha, Jumay. Wow, nice. Oh, I thought mayroong mga screen nga ba may screen na kuan maka-live tayo no kita yung mga mukha sa mga participants natin. Anyway, this is good because I think tingnan natin pag later on pang mga improvement na pwede siguro nating ma-add dito sa ating conference para makakuan ta. Ano yan? Allow viewers to send you request to join. Okay, sige. Join, kita sila. Ay lang, paano siya? Ano lang siya? Okay. Ato sa ning i-address yung atong mga kanang pointers ngayon. By the way, how are you? I hope pwede kayong mag-join ngayon sa pwede kayong mag-share ng kanyang mga different information din regarding anong mga concern natin dyan. A sort of reminder lang, use the essential oil. Marami ng mga tao na natulungan sa essential oil. Pag you need the essential oil, i-PM na lang ninyo si Haliging Ruslan. Siya nakaalam sa ating essential oil. Okay, so now joining also is Mayet Noynay. Good afternoon, GM. Yes, good afternoon sa lahat. Good afternoon sa lahat. O niya, ngayon, ang masyadong mainit ngayon. Pag masyadong mainit dito, then na ulan. So, sabot na natin is blessing. So that's why I'm looking the opportunity and finding way we can really pursue this program so that I'm thinking na mayroong mga siguro dapat natin ma-discuss later on because ang lakas ng signal ngayon. So, pag malakas yung signal, yung advanced energies from the divine radiance of the Most High is really open by this time. So, before we will end up in this conference, so we are going to do again collective distant energy healing. So, mag-distant energy healing tayo. And here, I would say that yun si Maribik. Okay, Maribik, officially, i-open na natin yung chapter diyan natin sa India. So, even here, we are here in our country and you're there in India, and even in this way, we can initiate a chapter. So, spiritually, in your place, in your home, so that will be serving as our chapter through you. So you will be the chairman of our chapter, of the chapter of the holistic art. So for everyone that would like to join and would like to get more inquiries about the holistic art of Dugukan, so anybody can approach you regarding the holistic art of Dugukan. So it's nice, and the connection is already now open for you to have a chapter in India. So I'm meaning about the connection. So spiritually there is connection for that chapter. So when there is connection, so you can move on your chapter and do the activities and welcome everybody to join also in your chapter. So from time to time, because every day we're having this conference, so let us just get to know the activities, what are the activities, and also to Heidi as well. And I'm looking forward also because, yes, from Marivic, I am grateful for GMPS 172. Speechless. Yes, because I was actually reminded by the connection. And something like, sayang yung connection pag hindi natin i-maximize. I'm talking about the connection in the spiritual side. Guys, as I said, mga light workers tayo, and we have divine calling and how we are going to create a giant wave of positive vibration to help the healing of life and nature. So it is easier actually for anybody to communicate when there is network in the place. For example, in US, there are many, as I recall, there are many people, and actually in US, that ask, do we have chapter in US? Then, because we don't have chapter in US, so wala tayong na-refer na mayroon tayong mga contact doon for people that would like to learn the art of life. So, since you have already the book of art of life, so you can begin sharing the lessons. And until such the point in time, you can personally come here in our site. This is our site. Our site is your site. So, and our site is everybody's site. Everyone's site that will join the oneness with all the stars. So, this is our oneness with all the stars. Okay, nice to see you here, Marivic, and now officially to all the practitioners of Dugukan. So we have now India chapter, and the chairman is Marivic Anagha. Okay, congratulations for having that chapter spiritually connected with the Supreme Superlight Angels Dugukan Spiritual Foundation. So this is our oneness with all the stars. And hoping forward to see you in person. Also now is joining is Pasit. Si, joining now also si Patrice. How are you, Patrice? I'm glad that you are here and joining in our live conference. So, pati din sa Sugod, Leyte, si Patrice. So, magpunta kami dyan, hoping to be there right after the lockdown. Para, magawa din tayo ng chapter dyan. Para, pag okay sa'yo, then, diyan ang ating mga activities sa place mo, sa Sugod, Leyte. Ayong hapon ni mo, Patrice, and nice to see you here. I'm really glad that you joined. So, today, sa mga nag-join ngayon, my warmest regards for everybody, and let me know if mayroon mga gusto rin na mag-join from outside Cebu. Pag katong mga gusto mag-join talaga outside Cebu, so pwede natin na magawa yung chapter so long as you are committed for the responsibility. Talagang gusto mo na mag-propagate din ng mission vision of the holistic art of Dugukan. Actually, this is a mission vision. Our mission vision is to help the healing of life and nature. So ngayon, after the lockdown, definitely maraming mga taong walang trabaho. At saka magkahanap naman ng mga panibagong mga trabaho kasi na-close yung mga companies. So, I think, even though we cannot offer much, pero magawa natin, makatraining tayo ng mga tao kung gusto nila na maging mga holistic art practitioner sila, hilot specialist sila. Kasi itong hilot specialist, really, it's not only for means of livelihood. Kasi maraming mga rich people na nag-aral ng holistic art. Maraming mga rich people na gusto nilang matuto ng hilot kasi hilot is an art. So, ibig sabihin, it's not only for the purpose of mga livelihood. Mag-aral tayo ng hilot kasi kailangan siya sa energy cultivation natin. So, bakit ba kailangan itong hilot sa energy cultivation natin? Kasi pag mag-aral tayo ng hilot, it is inherent in the practice sa hilot na talagang you have to cultivate your internal energy, vital force. Pag hindi ka mag-cultivate ng vital force mo, mag-memorize ka na lang ng mga skills sa mga different stroking sa hilot, okay lang din yan, pero hindi yan masyadong mas effective compared to you are really practicing the essential part or the advanced lessons of hilot. Kasi the advanced lesson of hilot is really energy cultivation. So that's why hilot is development of the body, mind, soul, and spirit. So yan, hilot is development of the body, mind, soul, and spirit. So, hindi yan kasi I don't like to learn hilot because hindi ko mag-therapist, hilot specialist kasi I am rich kay magtrabaho ako. As I said, there are many people who are actually rich. Then they are learning hilot. There are even doctorate learning hilot. There are lawyers that would like to learn hilot. Why? Because it is really an art. It is really an art, and professionals are really learning hilot because they understand the significance of the skills, the competency of the skills when it comes to art of survival. So we study hilot because it is actually an art of survival. Okay, for example, si Ann, nang balik naman si Ann, nice, siya, mga activities natin diyan sa Bethlehem di Paradise Resort. Okay, si Ann is learning hilot. Why Ann is learning hilot? That he owns resort. Mayroon pa nga yung ang dami mga o masabi lang natin, ang daming kanang kaabalahan ni Ann kay she has a resort. Mayroon pang family nila, mayroon pa dong hospital sa Japan. But she's learning hilot. Why? That's because, as I said, hilot is really nice. And in fact, I'm martial artist, for example. But my martial arts system is not complete if I don't practice hilot. So it means to say hilot is really beneficial because hilot is an art of survival. And that's actually the secret of energy cultivation, because when you practice an art, you must be also expert in the scanning system, perceiving of energy, perceiving once you hold the hands or the muscle or any part of the body of the people or any parts of someone, mamit mo yung tao by just mere shaking of the hands, malaman mo you already have the hand. Mayroon ka ng hand kung ano bang klaseng energies na nasa katawan nila. So, if you are not expert in hilot, hindi mo alam yan. Then if you are expert in hilot, you can really manage to determine the different kinds of energies. So that's why that is included in the package of the hilot training of Dugukan. Now, okay, welcome everyone na ay nag-join sa ating conference pero dili man ta kabasa ning ayahang letra. Anyway,
Maida.
Oh, wow.
Chikuto.
Also now Maida is joining. Nice to see you here, Maida. Wow. I do not expect that one of my long friend, I could say it, na-miss na ako to si Maida. Maida is joining. How are you, Maida? Nice to see you here. Welcome sa ating conference. So that's why I said, Maida she's actually from Japan, and she has a company of hilot. So that's why here in the country we are going to study hilot. Why people coming from different parts of the world would like to learn hilot, and we people in the country do not like to learn hilot because we do not see the significance of learning hilot. So that's why ug ang mga tao galing sa labas ng bansa na gusto sila mag-aral ng hilot and naggasto sila ng malaking pira dito sa just for them to learn hilot. Okay, that's because nakita nila yung value ng art. So that's why yung lahat ng mga chapter natin ganito lang muna. Ang gagawin natin, establish natin yung chapter. Kasi yung mga chapter ng Dugukan, dyan maging center natin ng learning for the hilot. So that's why pag mayroon tayong friends, brothers and sisters that would like to join the holistic art of Dugukan, okay, yung leader will lead the group and will just coordinate kasi turuan natin yung lahat ng mga chapter ng hilot para ma-channel natin. Everyone. In fact, that's why this is our advocacy. How we are going to help the healing of life and nature. So, we are going to help the healing of life and nature by providing the means of the people in terms of competency, in terms of skills. Dito tayo sa technical, and that we can give the competency for the technical. Because we have the art, and in that way also, that is included in the package that people will get actually health conscious, maging health conscious sila kasi in the learning of hilot, it must be energy cultivation. So if it is energy cultivation, holistic art yan because the purpose is develop your body, mind, soul, and spirit. So pag masakitin yung katawan, yung madali kang magkasakit, dali nga sickly, if the physical body actually is sickly, so okay, how you are going to improve your sickly body. So the secret is energy cultivation. And we cannot learn energy cultivation without learning the art of energy healing. That is magnetism. Magnetism, electromagnetic force in the physical body. So this is my reason why from time to time we have continuing training program for holistic art, particularly hilot. Because the hilot of Dugukan, I think, is something like extracted from the teaching of nature. I would like only to say it's extracted from the teaching of nature because I started the system of Dugukan at the early years. So because of the long years of the experience and the divine guidance from the Most High, so that's why the hilot system of Dugukan evolved into a system which is now called Dugukan hilot system. So that's why parang ganito nangyari na ang hilot natin, turo yan because nature itself is, as said, by nature itself is God's very own physician. So nature itself is heaven's best teacher. So that's why we are here going to discover the secret of nature. And why we are going here to discover the secret of nature so that we can help our brothers and sisters in training them in field of holistic art. Particularly, we are specialized in the hilot system. So until the time that we can create a giant wave of positive vibration, and we can make the big difference and helping the healing of life and nature. So this is the advocacy. So every one of us here now, if we are here in this company of holistic art, sharing the lessons of energy cultivation, so this is the right time that we will synchronize how we are going to make this endeavor succeed. How we are going to make this endeavor succeed. Okay, by the way, before we continue, Voodoo Cuyos de los Santos is joining. Okay, nice to see you here. Then from Marivic, thank you po. Okay, balik ko. Thank you so much po. Okay, you're welcome, Marivic. And also from, sa taning mga message. Okay, Biyaya is also watching. Welcome, Biyaya and everybody. Welcome sa ating conference. And feel free to join, participate, and do not shy if you have something that you would like to share. And we'll see what we can do. Any concern, okay, ilabas nyo dito sa ating conference. Now also joining is Herne Istorco. Good afternoon, GMPS 172 from Devil Hills. Okay, mayong hapon diha do. Mayong hapon, and nice to see you here. So today is normal ngayon. Normal, what do you mean? Normal, mayroon bang? Okay, normal ngayon kasi wala tayong water nga inner cultivation ngayon. So we eat ngayon normal food. Okay, 12 midnight. So mag-umpisa na naman yung inner cultivation natin. So pag marami na yung mga positive energies. Okay, ang kuan dia, ang contrast dia, marami na yung mga negative energies. Mayroon tayong art of survival. Pag marami yung mga positive energies, no problem kasi we are in the positive side. So, the more positive energies in the surrounding, so the more vigor of spirit that we have. We have the formula. Receive, align, and adapt. Okay. By being able to receive, align, and adapt, so we have so much vigor of spirit. By failure to receive, align, and adapt, so that's worse. Ang result dyan, the equation of that is actually depression. So, sino man mga tao ngayon, may mga depression. So, who are people here having depression? So, heal your depression. Actually, don't allow your depression to stay in your vibration because it will torture the soul. So, pag mayroong depression, okay, do inner cultivation. We are very specific. People are asking me, what will I do to rid off depression? Okay, a very specific answer to rid off your negative vibrations. Because actually, depression is negative vibration. So, begin your inner cultivation. Begin your inner cultivation instead of celebrating the negative vibrations deep within. So, stop it. There are so much things that you can do in life. Resort into the most powerful foundation in your life. From Optic Irish Liburon chapter. Okay. Good PM, QM. Na ako'y pasyente nga kusog iyang energy unsay angay buhaton nako niya GM kay di ako sa ilaha karon. Okay, that's nice because ang mga pasyente or ang mga magpatambal og energy healing update nga kusog og energy, so i-align iyang energy para ang energy niya mabalanse o niya i-drive og energy healing to balance iyang energy og asay problem niya sa iyang lawas baron di sa kaginhawa, pananglit, sakit iyang dughan or tiyan or bisag unsay iyang feeling. That are dito ang positive nga energy. I-harmonize o niya mao na siya. Mas nindot ang iyang lawas ug kusog ang energy o niya mi-inspire siya nga magkaton sa self-healing. So that's it. Maayo kay ngayon ang mga kasamahan natin sa holistic art, marami silang matulungan talaga kasi pag mayroong mga kaso na ganyan, pag invited ba ron sila, doon sila sa mga kaibigan nila, so makatulong sila sa mga tao. And it's not only in that concern, kasi yan, activities of divine healing. Activities of divine healing yan. So, we are looking forward na marami talagang mga tao matuto sila ng energy healing para makatulong sila ng mga tao rin. And that is art of survival. Today, we are going to prepare our lives in the art of survival. Marami pang mga darating na mga ano ba, mga sakuna ba yan sa Tagalog? Mga sakuna na kailangan tayong maghanda sa ating sarili. Para pag in time of the actual trial na, then that would not be any longer a trial in our lives because we are already arranging ourselves for that concern. So this is the right time, by the way, the right time. Pag after the lockdown, for example, wala na tayong ECQ, okay, we can begin to reprogram our activities. By this time, hindi kita masyado kayong maka-reprogram kasi we don't have the opportunity yet. I cannot visit you there in your place. So, wala tayong ma-program na ngayon nga ma-implement. We are still in the process of ECQ. The ECQ is ongoing. So, we'll just better do our exercises right here in conference, so live Facebook. So, this is actually a blessing in disguise because even though there is lockdown, ECQ rather, but still we have now chapter there in India. So officially, spiritually, so Maribik, your network now is online with the Supreme Superlight Angels connection. So this is actually the foundation of spiritual foundation of Dugukan. So it means to say you are already connected and authorized to share the information of Dugukan. And ang kulang na lang is yung light chip initiation mo. Anyway, you can have your light chip initiation time when you can here visit in the country. So, this is our home. So, this is also your home here, our site. So, looking forward, of course, looking forward someday makapunta kami diyan sa India. So, we can see what we can do also. So, ngayon, programming lang muna tayo ngayon. Mga partial programming lang for the future. Then, yung implementation ng program natin, hindi pa kasi we're still in this ECQ. So, limited yung mga activities natin ngayon. Very limited para makaiwas din tayo sa mga violation. So, anyway, the holistic art, itong holistic art is napakalaki yung scope ng holistic art. So, that's why, pag yung mga tao, they are learning spiritualism, that's because that's a code of life. That's holistic art, spiritualism. So, included in the package of learning holistic art, yung mga tao, develop sila ng martial art. Develop sila ng different arts. Every art actually is pertaining to the code of life. So, this because when you are artistic, so may focus yung spirit mo doon sa mga ginagawa mo. And you can put up so much energy for the things that you want to fulfill in life. So the same here, the same in this hilot. Why are we going to learn hilot? By the way, we are going to learn hilot so that we can help people. We can help people. So that's my reason why do rich people, they are really learning hilot. And nandiyan pa ba si Maida? Halika. Okay. Yung si Maida na tuto yan sa hilot natin dito sa ating bansa. Nagpunta yan dito sa ating bansa para mag-aral siya ng hilot. So, graduate yan sa hilot natin dito sa atin, sa Cebu. That's why pag magpunta kami doon sa Japan, magpunta kami sa kanya. Hanapin ko siya kasi mayroon kaming mga dapat na i-program din sa mga how we are going to promote also there in Japan sa holistic art, sharing the lessons of holistic art. And that's very, very important because should be anywhere because we are light workers. So You are actually light worker. By this time, actually, look at yourself that you are a shining star. You are a shining star. You are not only for a certain place. You are not only for the certain chamber of your house. You are not only for the vicinity of your house, home. So at first, you can define your home is your house. Okay. Your house is your home. Then as you go forward, understanding the deeper essence of life, you will realize that your home is the entire planet. This is your home. And your family is actually the entire humanity. And that is actually deeper and bigger reason, bigger meaning of life. You will understand that. That is part of the inner discovery. That is part of the inner discovery. Because people would say, ako ngayon, wala akong magawa ngayon because I'm just only an ordinary person. That's good because for the natural person, ordinary person, you can make the big difference. But if we are so big, we cannot move on actually. This is the reason why we cannot move on because we are so big. So if we are so big, we cannot move on. So why someone must reduce first so that he could move on fast? So what do you mean? Use your wisdom. Let's use our wisdom how we are going to move on fast. So we must reduce first. For example, if we are so big by this time, big when it comes to power, big when it comes to body, big like my body, I'm big. Anyway, I can move fast because why? Because I'm not moving my body alone. I'm moving with the light of wisdom of the Most High. So I'm moving by the light of Spirit. So fulfilling the will of heaven. Okay, before we go on, from Biyaya, Tana, naa po chapter diri sa Korea. Yes. Okay, Biyaya, maganda yan, ha? So, we'll look forward. Mayroon tayong chapter dyan. By the way, kailan ka man umuwi dito sa country natin. So, mag-usap tayo dyan. Mag-usap tayo dito. Because it's good. Pag permanent ka dyan sa Korea, okay, that would be nice. Maglagay tayo ng chapter dyan. Pag wala pa, hindi ka permanent dyan, okay, we'll look someone. We will look someone para maging leader dyan. Kasi yung spiritual responsibility, once there is a chapter, there is spiritual inspector that will visit the chapter every day. At saka may record yan sa spiritual na dimension. So that's why if you have the chapter, you can perceive na, magbisita ako ngayon. Mayroon signal sa aking daliri. There is signal in my finger. There is signal in my head. There is spiritual signal that I perceive. That's because there is spiritual inspector. So that's why yung chapter talaga is really connected with the transmission of the Most High through the Supreme Superlight Angels. Anyway, si Biyaya, you are from Butuan, so it means to say, you can have the chapter. Tingnan natin, saan yung kaya mo, sa Korea or doon sa Butuan. As I said, pag dito ka na sa Pilipinas, I am looking forward to visit you there sa Butuan para doon siguro tayo magawa ng chapter. It depends on you. When it comes to also having may mga center na tayong ipatayo, I suggest that you should master the hilot para pwede kang makandol ng center. Kailangan man yun yung mga mag-handle ng center, expert sila para ma-deal nila yung lahat ng mga activities sa center at saka makontrol nila yung quality, makontrol nila yung mga they can stick to the line of the mission, vision of Dugukan. Yan sabi ko dito is hindi tayo nagbenta ng franchise, wala tayong franchise. In fact, mayroon na mga agency nga gusto sila nga nag-offer sila sa atin na magbenta tayo ng franchise at saka mga friends din gusto sila magbili ng franchise. Wala tayong franchise kasi we are in the spiritual propagation. Itong spiritual propagation, we cannot do business in other way. So what do you mean by in other way? Yung gagaya ng mga business na ginawa ng mga tao ba? Atin, we are quasi tayo. Quasi gani, we are in the divine mission. Bagaman, pag kumita yung center natin, that's because kumita yung mga taong walang trabaho. Makatrabaho sila doon sa center. Pag walang mga center, maglagay tayo ng mga center para sa mga taong hindi sila makahanap ng mga trabaho kasi hindi sila maka-apply ng mga trabaho, pero mag-guide natin sila para doon, para mayroon silang mga means of livelihood. At saka para rin sa mga tao na hindi sila magtrabaho sa center pero gusto silang matuto ng art of holistic healing. Anyway, energy healing, complementary healing man yan. Makatulong yan sa maraming mga tao. Ang kailangan lang ngayon is yung mga expert na mga magtuturo ng hilot healing. So you just imagine, turuan natin yung mga tao ng hilot healing. So, inherent na dyan sa package of the learning of the lessons, yung ability to do self-healing. So, yung ability to do self-healing. So, ang laking magawa. Iba talaga pag ito lang, that's why my reason why, pag when I'm talking about actual practical lesson, so the theory, madali lang yung theory. Especially if you are fast learner, madali tayong makamemorya, then ito na sa practical lesson, this actually needs time to become expert. So, we can produce expert talaga. Talagang mga expert ng mga 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 hilot specialist, talagang mga expert because ilagay natin sila doon sa center. Paggawa natin sila ng mga center para doon tayo. We can help the people even outside the country. So, even outside the country. Kaya pag yung mga tao, expert sila ng energy healing, pag magpunta sila doon sa ibang country, so magsiguradong magamit nila yon. We only need to protect also the system that we have. Okay, biyaya. Pag pwede na makabiyahe, I am permanent here. Got Korean citizenship na. Wow, okay, nice. Deal tayo dyan. It means to say, deal tayo dyan. Looking forward na mag-go advance ka sa lesson natin sa Dugukan. Kay, as I said, marami mga tao, in fact, they are professional. They would like to be part of the propagation. Ang kailangan natin dito is we can synchronize the positive vibration. Positive vibration at saka we are going to implement. So we can implement. Okay, yes po, I've already told Narj that I will spend time learning the hilot system of Dugukan pag bakasyon ako puhon sa Pinas. Okay, wala lang jud ko nadayon pag uli this year tungod sa COVID-19. Okay, okay, that's nice. Looking forward to see you here in person. And of course, magpunta kami diyan sa Korea. Well, let's see what we can do. We are going to fly there in Korea riding silhig. Ano ba ang English sa silhig do? Kisay kibalo silhig dia? Walis? English? Riding a broom. Broom, broom. Okay? Riding a broom. Okay. Mayroong message. Okay. Basahon mo na to. Okay, yan. Tama yan. Okay, like Ann. Si Ann, okay na yun si Ann. Because si Ann sa Bethlehem, di Paradise Resort. Okay, ako manghambog ko sa Bethlehem di Paradise Resort kay I told Ann nga buhatan ko niya dito kaning kwarto nga ilawom sa yuta. And then she said, yeah, okay. Buhatan ko niya og kwarto nga ilawom sa yuta. I don't like kwarto nga naa sa ibabaw sa yuta. I like kwarto room beneath the land, beneath the ground. So, then and she said that yes, buhatan ko niya dito og kaneng balay. Ano ba? Tawag diyan. She will make me a house below the land.
Beneath the ground.
Okay, below the ground. Anyway, nindot na siya, ha? So that's why, all friends, brothers, and sisters that will visit the site, okay, siyan, atong lagon siyan, buhan, makakita mo dito sa Paraiso sa Bethlehem. Paraiso sa Bethlehem is northern side of Cebu. And that's the network of the Supreme Superlight Angels. So that's also the place for learning of the holistic art. Okay, how nice. Pag, that's why I said this is actually our oneness with all the stars. Ang oneness natin with all the stars, anywhere in the entire planet. So this is our home. In the first question of your life, you could ask yourself, what is my kingdom? Where is my kingdom? Okay. Okay, try to pick it up. Get the picture. Ask yourself, where is your kingdom? Ask yourself, do I have a kingdom? Where is my kingdom? Where's my kingdom? Okay. Then, by actual experience, you realize that your kingdom is your home, your family in your home. So that's why you cannot give up your family, because your family, your home, is your kingdom. Then as you go forward, then you are not satisfied with the kingdom that do you have in your house, because you are going to look for the deeper meaning of your life, and you realize that you are not alone. So when you feel at home, but there are so many times you're lonely in your home. So it means to say that wherever your heart belongs, it is there your kingdom. You can find your kingdom somewhere deep within, somewhere deep within your mind, somewhere deep within your heart. And where is it? Okay, go inner discovery. Then later on, you will discover that your kingdom is the entire planet. Then as you go forward, you realize you are in that level of frequency. You realize that, again, your kingdom is beyond this planet. You come to your oneness with all the stars and make your life fruitful. Do not allow your life to become fruitless, because we can only stay here in the planet for how many years? 100 years. Anyway, this is near end of time. By the way, this is actually near end of time. But before the time is actually done, near end of time, for because acceleration of energy, the planet is literally as ascending, accelerating energy. And there are events we do not know. We are defenseless. Why we are defenseless? Because it's actually force of nature. Force of nature. This is not to terrify the people. We do not need to be terrified, because why? Because natural course of the planet. Because if we are going to ascend life into higher dimension, there must be powerful energy that can unveil the secret of life. And what is that energy? What is that energy? Okay, take the lesson. Take the lesson. Conscious astral journey. Why conscious astral journey? Because look at the process of how you are going to ascend your astral body into higher dimension, into the astral dimension. There is revolution of energy. There is triggering of the energy. It will begin. Usually it will begin from your feet. The energy will ascend until the energy centers of the physical body will have to accelerate higher level. Then the revolution of the energy will open up, will allow you to ascend into higher dimension in the astral. Will allow you to ascend in the astral because of the acceleration of energy. So it means to say, likewise, what will happen to every citizen of the mortal physical world, if they are going to ascend, time will come because of the acceleration of energy. The acceleration of energy requires every physical body to receive, align, and adapt advanced energy. The advanced energy, actually advanced energy from the Supreme Superlight. Okay, so now joining is Engineer Kirby. Good afternoon, Engineer. Good afternoon, GM. Yes, good afternoon, Engineer. Nice to see you here. Mayong hapon niya. Welcome sa ating conference. And also now joining is Aurora Elizabeth. Okay, watching now. Okay, welcome Aurora. Now is to see you here. Everybody is welcome, and feel free to participate. If you have concern, okay, just jot it down and we'll see it what we can do. Tingnan natin anong magawa natin. Okay, from Aurora. Okay. I saw many numbers in my visions. Ang daming number. 111, 36. Okay, pareho ko sa screen. Pareho ko sa screen kay puti ang screen diri. Okay, taga isa tadihag mainom nga tire. Okay. Mag ato sang basa na. Okay, from intermission mo na ngayon. I saw many numbers in my vision. 111, 369, 8888. Okay. Ato ning hubaron. And I told to be back in my shared city of light. Wow. It appears always, and I'm searching how can I find it. Wow, huh? Okay, wait for a while. Okay. Aurora Elizabeth. Okay. Yung mga vision, makita ka ng mga numero. Actually, getting to the city of light, okay, this is something like, advance muna tayo ngayon. Para lang sa mga makapas. Hindi na kapas, don't you worry, because there's no need nga apaso na to. Let me see the number kaya kung basahon. Actually, getting inner, what is above is so below. What is below is so above. So that's why, in the mastery of your spiritual lesson, to attain the mastery, so dalawang lesson ang ating i-develop to get the equilibrium. So anong lesson na to? Yung activation ng advanced elemental bodies. So, going deep within. Yung activation ng Supreme Super Light, going doon sa taas. That's why Supreme Super Light Angels. So, may mga portals dyan. Yung mga portals na ibig sabihin, yung mga portals, bagaman pag galing ka doon sa portals ng City of Light, madali lang. Then, magtanong lang yung mga taga roon. Anong number code mo? Okay, 137. Anong number code mo? 172. Anong number code mo? Okay, mga numero yan. So, number coding yan, pero may maraming mga meaning yan sa inner discovery, where you come from, actually from the City of Light. That's actually the secret of lesson of inner discovery. When you read it also in the spiritual way, message, for example, 111, so that's spirit. So the call of your spirit, for your spiritual understanding, for your spiritual connections, advance. Then 3 is your spiritual trinity. And 6 is do it, because you are now in this precise schooling, action. And 9, get your higher foundation, so that you will succeed and you are the king or the queen of your destiny. It means to say, master your destiny by the guidance of your heart wisdom, by the foundation of your spiritual foundation, the high spiritual foundation in your life, so that you can reach the City of Light. Okay, that's it. Yan mga vibrations, mga mensahe ng mga numbers when you can get the vision of numbers from IS or Inner Study School of the Sacred Spiritual Science. Okay? Anyway, noon sa una, tinawag yan ng College of Mystery. Ngayon na mayroong mas mataas na unveiling, ang tawag na yan ngayon is Sacred Spiritual Secret. Mao na nga, sa Sacred Spiritual Secret, wala nang degree. Kasi itong pag may degree na, okay yan, may degree ka. Anong degree mo? PhD. Okay yan. Pero ngayon, we are now in the acceleration of consciousness, which is really expansion, that we are now getting inside, getting in the third wave of spiritual release. Yung third wave of the spiritual release ngayon is talagang mataas, supreme. Pag sabihan natin supreme, actually, no words to describe it. But again, for the sake of our explanation, we have to assign word and we'll just name it supreme. That's the reason why when talking about the real nature of the Most High, for example, referring to the God or Most High, because we do not understand how we are going to describe the Most High because it is beyond words to explain. So we'll just say it God, Lord God of heaven, God Almighty. So we assign name and because there is revelation for us to understand that there is God. But we cannot say that God is PhD because when talking about God, that is beyond college of mystery. We cannot describe it even by vibration. We cannot describe it in whatever words that we are going to compose just for the sake that we can explain the wholeness of the most infinite. So that's my reason why this is actually the time that we are going to do an art and science of inner discovery. And this is just a sort of encouragement that, okay, when we are mechanists, so doesn't matter if we fail. Doesn't matter if we fail on our data based on the theory that we have because it's simple thing. If this data is wrong, okay, find another data. Then this data again is wrong, okay, find another data. Okay, by the way, there's no wrong in the belief of God. As I said that every religion is sacred and it's correct because it invokes the name of God. There is the Most High. But when everything about to be a mechanism, because we are going to understand, for example, how we are going to understand about life. So in science, we must begin with the smallest building unit, the cell. So begin with the smallest building unit, the cell. Then you can begin the study of life. So that's why you study biology. So you learn about the secret of life. Then you study physics, okay. You will become scientist. So you will invent the future of the planet. So remember, science is now really inventing the future of the entire humanity. Would you agree? Okay, science is actually inventing the future of humanity. That's why we have this technology. And this is now our future. We are going to have conference here, right here in the screen, computer. And again, science will invent the future of the ascension of the entire humanity. And this again, because the evolution of knowledge is actually part of the ascension. And what about spirituality? Would say that you forget your spirituality. Let's say, we put it in this way. We are forgetting our spiritual side because we are in the belief that we are like God and we can reach the mind of God because we can invent the future. Okay, there's no wrong with that because we have freedom of the will. You have freedom of the will. Everybody is given the freedom of the will to believe or not to believe. And that is the process of learning soul realization. The lesson in life and the mortal physical existence is soul realization. If I tell you, then you believe it, okay, there's no wrong with that because you voluntarily believe my words. Then if I force you to believe because I'm powerful, again, there's no wrong with that because I have the power to let you believe because I have power. Where is the mistake? Actually, there's no mistake at all because every life actually is within the principle of spiritual martial art. Only the burden is you believe and you allow your freedom to be taken off, to be out of you because you are weak. So this is the reason why people would like to have freedom. But where is freedom actually? Where is the liberation of the soul from from the from the from the What do you call it? Where is the liberation of the soul from the bondage of human weaknesses and many negative illusions? So, for example, depressions. Okay, why are you afraid of many things? Why are you shy of many things? Why are you in the bondage of negative emotion? Why are you depressed? That's because of the negative vibrations too. Do you have your freedom of your soul? You are suffering depression? So the answer is no. You don't have freedom of your soul because you are tortured deep within. The anxiety, the negative emotions, the pain, sorrows, and everything you feel actually is negative. So there's no freedom of your soul. Because if there's freedom of the soul, you feel blissfulness. You feel the joy. Every day is new and a wonder, but there's new good vibration. Why you feel so depressed within? It's because there's no freedom of the will. So where's the mistake? Then later on you will discover that because I have my weakness, I need somebody to support me, to heal me. So that's why you have freedom to find someone to support you and to heal you so that you will be healed in your problems. So that's the reason why we are not alone. So that's also the reason why the world needs healers, energy healers. Energy healers because usually many problems in the lives cannot be healed completely, 100% cannot be healed because the very root of the problem is the problem of the soul. There is no vigor of spirit for the soul. When there is no vigor of spirit for the soul, definitely the physical body also is lousy. It cannot radiate its divine radiance from the Most High. So it must be cleansed up. So this is the thing that we should learn here in the holistic art. So that's why I'm actually particular in the energy and we're going to develop in our soul level. Soul level because God is truly merciful. Why? Because we are being provided by the divine support. First is we must seek first the kingdom of God and His righteousness, and all the things we need shall be added unto us. And where is the kingdom of God? The kingdom that actually pertains to the within, in your within. You need to discover who you are, what you are. And the only way you can discover what you are, who you are, is resort into the awakening of your spiritual understanding. Because human understanding actually cannot discern spiritual things. Because for human understanding, all those things pertaining to the spiritual actually are hoax, actually are deceitful, nonsense, no good, imaginations, all those delusions, because human understanding cannot understand a spiritual thing. Then, on the other hand, spiritual understanding can understand what is a spiritual thing and what really the most vital part a person should have in his life. So that's why we must resort into the light of our spiritual understanding so that we can discern what's going on in our lives now, what's going on in the surroundings now, what's going on in the planet now. So there's ongoing ascension. Okay, let's first read from the friends, brothers, and sisters here. Intermission muna tayo ngayon. Okay, basahon muna na to atong tung usang screen. Kay, mas maitong usang screen kay, klaro kayo. Okay. Mangutana sa ta, mangutana. Okay, Gina Alicia, Serenity Shirini. Shared, good afternoon. Last night, gidamgo ko akong mother sa na parts na pa-apply ko hospital niya. Wala man siya nahadlok na COVID times. Bro, 9 years naman ko wala ni work pagka-nurse. Unsa kahay meaning, sir? Thanks. Okay. Kanindot po ng damguha. Meaning patambalon kag mga masakiton. Ayaw hadlok sa virus kay this good actually kay nurse man ka. So you're in line of healing. So nurture your healing. And that's a sort of reminder that kasi ang topic natin ngayon dito is healing. Then if you are in the line of profession of health profession actually. So it's advantage for you because you can understand the mechanism of healing and apply energy healing so that mas lalo pang makatulong ka sa mga tao. That could be very nice. And then COVID-19 again, itong COVID-19, okay lang man itong COVID-19 pag yung mga tao really powerful to suppress the negative energies. Hindi sila vulnerable ng mga viruses kasi powerful ang mga immune system. Pag hindi powerful ang immune system, talagang dangerous yung COVID-19. That's why yung advice natin sa mga tao na maniwala sila sa mga expert, hindi masyadong expose sa labas, and take good care, follow the guidance para hindi magka-infection ng coronavirus. And besides, nandiyon lang sa bahay, pag doon tayo sa bahay, stay at home, then do your inner cultivation para hindi lang ka, you're not vulnerable by whatever kinds of viruses. You can also heal viruses, infection of viruses. So, that's it. So, ang laking advantage na magawa sa mga tao na magawa ng inner cultivation. Okay? Okay. Yan. I hope na answer natin yung pangutana. That's in line with your healing profession. So, ang hospital is a place where people will do healing. And if it is in the dream that sinabihan ka, okay, doon, mag-apply ka ng trabaho. Okay, meaning, i-apply yung mga potential mo sa healing, yung mga knowledge mo sa healing, and apply energy cultivation. Okay, from Aurora Elizabeth, thank you for that. I'm looking for that city. Still have many questions and searching on my inner side. Money, fame, becoming queen or king is not what I seek. I just feel very connected here. Okay, that's very nice because the city of the Most High, there is a city deep within. The city deep within. Where is the city deep within? The city of the Most High. So what is above is so below. What is below is so above. So pag nung suna, pag magpunta kami doon sa cave, yung mga tao, takot sila sa mga snake. And yung ubang mga tao, they said, we can do meditation anywhere. And that's correct. Precisely correct. Only, pag doon tayo sa medyo lalim-lalim ng mga exercises, may mga significance din pag pumunta ka doon sa below. Kasi mere presence of your physical body in the portals, for example, so is already an activation. So, the lesson in life is energy activation. So, ano bang ibig sabihin ng energy activation? In the physical body, marami tayong mga dormant informations of advanced inner connection. Yung advanced inner connection natin yan sa higher spiritual dimension. Wherein, itong higher spiritual dimension, may mga portals already given for people who would like to go deeper inner discovery. So that's why may significance yung pagpunta ng mga places na mayroong mga high frequency o may mga secret na mga portals actually. Anyway, that's a long story. Pag we are decided that we go forward in the inner cultivation, madali lang yan. So nga, yung mga tao, they are doubtful, and it's okay if you are doubtful kasi mas maganda pag yung mga tao are doubtful para hindi nila malaman kung ano yung katotohanan sa inner discovery. Why? Kasi ang ganda naman dito sa planeta natin. Pag yung mga tao magpunta doon sa City of Light, doon sa City of Belhantom, ano namang gawin nila doon? Mag-ano man sila doon? Na sino namang mag-healing, sino namang mag-ascend ng ascension of the people in this dimension, from this dimension into higher dimension? Okay. Is okay lang na makakita tayo. ng talagang mayroon talagang city of light in your dream, in your heart. Okay, follow your dream, reach out to the stars, and you will realize that your dream comes true. Right? Now joining also is Cecily de la Serna.
Cecil.
Oh, Cecil. Cecily.
Cecil
Oh.
Rafi.
Pagbasahon ko nga ni Cecily, pwede po Cecil, pero pwede po Cecily. Kaya na may I. Pero ang naandan na basa ni kang Cecil, Cecil yun di ay. Okay. Wahing hapon di Asel, o siya imuhang pinalangga nga bana, nga si Nicolas, Nicole. Wahing hapon po ni Nicole. Gimingaw na ko ninyo day. Mauna nga, pag kuman sa lockdown, lang, kita tag-usab. Okay, si Matan Generous also is joining. Si Matan Generous nga taga Karatan, Karkar City, Cebu sa Buena Vista nga barangay nga sakop sa Karkar, Sugbo, probinsya sa Sugbo. May hapon di Matan Generous so, sa tanang mga taga Buena Vista. Also si Juan Pud sa Danau. May hapon diya Juan. Sa tanan. Kumusta naman po ang mga tao diya sa Danau? Ako ang pangamusta diha sa ni Aptek Duri o sa tanan. O ni Kevin Pistanyo sa Guadalupe, Carcar City, Cebu, sakop sa Sugbo, probinsya sa Cebu City, Philippines. Okay. Kumusta naman si Kevin do? Imong inner cultivation do? Wala nga, hanggaman sa lockdown, pakusgang energy, siging kaon ng tamis para mulihok ang diabetic. Okay, pag-amping sa panglawas, ayaw siging kaon ng tamis. Inner cultivation. Yes, good afternoon, Jim. Yes, good afternoon. Maayong hapon sa tanan. Okay, from Irish Bularin. Good afternoon, GMPS 172. Pwede na ba maka-astral ang buntis GM? If pwede, sa ato pa, apil po ang baby mag-astral nga nasa sulod sa tiyan. GM, yes. Pwede. Pwede kayo mag-astral ang mga naay gisabak sa ilahang mga lawas. Kanindot aning pangutanaha. Munang, buhit-guyunan na inyo yung bata dad dito asa astral nga dimension. Mayet. Noynay, okay. Good afternoon, GMPS 172. Is there any possibility that my mother who passed away 20 years ago, can I connect, talk during astral? Yes, why not? Bisitaha, pangitaan nga to. That's my reason why you should learn conscious astral journey. Anarat pa rin itong kuan kay umuhangi akong kuan, mata. Kanang, pwede kayo. Dali ra kayo na. When you do conscious astral journey, so long as you're conscious, sakto na. So long as you're conscious, your consciousness, while you are in your astral physical body, this is actually a physical body, denser by molecular composition. The energy body of the astral is still actually physical because it's mortal. Very small. Energy, that's why energy. Like soul, very small composition. That's why composition of molecular composition, very small, very small. When you hold a glass in the physical, you cannot hold. So that's why it can easily pass through object. So that's why the astral dimension actually is interpenetrating the physical dimension. So if there are offices here, if there are places here, many places here, and here we need address, and we ask somebody, we look at the directory, where is the address of Cebu City, where is the address of Bethlehem, where's the address of Danau. So it means to say you have to look out for the directory. So when you read, okay, then you look at the map. In astral dimension, all you have to do is think of it. Thought follows energy, because you're actually clairvoyant while you are there in your astral body. So long as you are in your higher vehicle of your astral body. Higher vehicle in your astral body, meaning the physical body or your astral body is full of energy. Then provided your astral body is not full of energy, so it cannot be done. So long as the astral body is full of energy, so that's actually very easy. All you have to do is to think it, then you will reach. Makita mo yon. Then provided hindi mo mahanap, okay, ibang procedure na naman yan. You, you go to the office of in charge for all, mga makundis na yung mga tao. You look for the information. Mayroong mga office diyan na gusto ninyong hanapin para makita niyo madali lang. Umupo lang kayo doon, then ang in charge, tawagin nila yon, madali lang darating kaagad. So that's why really nice yung conscious astral journey. And I want everybody can experience conscious astral journey so that you will realize na itong mga sinasabi natin ngayon, totoo. Anyway, hindi ito totoo. I will advance, hindi ito totoo pag hindi niyo magawa. Pag yung level ng spiritual foundation ninyo darating na sa ganyang frequency, and the thing that I'm really sharing here actually is elementary. So, elementary, it is definitely true because yan ang beginning, yan ang umpisa. Yesterday, maraming na-confuse why someone would really need to undergo advanced spiritual study. And then advanced spiritual study, there you can experience overcoming mga angels, yung mga kalaban ninyo doon na i-overcome ninyo. Why you are going to train fighting against the angel? That's because the lesson in life is really within the principle of spiritual martial arts. Then that is actually the level of your potential energy. Everybody comes from consciousness, energy, light, life, supreme self, from higher dimension. Then incarnated life in the mortal physical. Then in the astral dimension comprising of multi-dimensional level of existence, that is actually astral dominion. Astral dominion is not the place of the true heaven. Astral dominion is within the level of mental and spiritual. Then actually it is actually inner circle. Then beyond astral dominion is advanced spiritual world. The advanced spiritual world. So if you pass the lesson of overcoming all those trainers, actually trainers yon, mga instructor yon ninyo sa spiritual nga side. Gitraining kayo para ma-illustrate ninyo ang kaninyong mga potential, ma-activate ninyo yung mga potential para mayroong soul realization. Mayroong soul realization na maamgo sa kalag na ganyan talaga ang life. So, after that, mapasar yung mga different lessons, okay, you will be given the final initiation. And the final initiation, doon yon sa, saan ba yon? Mataas-taas ng itong mga lesson, pero actually still parang mga tao, hindi sila makaintindi. I'm pretty sure hindi sila makaintindi dito ng ating mga gishare. So that's why, isit aside muna natin yan. Because what is actually the message of the Supreme Master, if we are going to align it in the Holy Scripture, my son, be wise. My son, be wise, because we need to become wiser actually. My son, be wise. If we are not wise, because ang mga malipat-lipatong espiritu, even Satan himself, is actually pretending to be an angel of light. So if we are not wise enough, so we are misled. We are misled. Why? Because Satan himself is pretending to be the angel of light. What do you mean by pretending? So he can pretend to be an angel of light. Then, how you are going to overcome the deceitful ways of Satan if he is pretending to be an angel of light? Okay, there's only one solution for that. Activate your heart wisdom. So, activate your heart wisdom. So, if you are actually walking your life by the heart wisdom, you know what to do. So, how are you going to test the ways of Satan? Even in the astral dimension, then Satan would like to pretend himself and would say that he is your God. Okay, fight him. Okay, release energy. If he can survive, it means to say he is really an angel of light, or he is really God. But then if he cannot survive, it means to say he is a great pretender. He is Satan. So, anyway, as I said, we humans, we have higher elements. And the higher elements that we have is actually more than enough. Very powerful. You are very powerful. We are very powerful in the spiritual side. Only in the physical side, we are weak. Why we are weak? Because we have lessons to learn here. And the lessons to be learned by us here is to topple down our blinding ignorance and many human weaknesses. For us to have soul realization. And the best lesson to learn here is heart wisdom. We should have heart wisdom. Without heart wisdom, okay, we are heartless. We are merciless. So that's why if you can see a colony of ants in your table, because you see the ants are priceless, priceless. They don't have the value because they are just an ants. They are ants. So what will you do if you wipe them out, or you put gas so that you are going to burn them up, because they are actually dirty before your eyes. So you want them to be cleansed up. And you are not guilty of what you are doing because you are higher being compared to the ants. So that's the reason why, oh, daghang mga tao dire. Sikong topic dire. Kami ng tao dire. Pero, no problem, social distancing man tayo, no? Wala man tayong mga grouping ngayon. Kaya kasi social distancing tayo. So, what you see there is cloud. Mayroong cloud at the back. Clouds ba yan? Okay. Okay. Don't be misled again. This is the lesson in life. Don't be misled. And the way you cannot be misled in life, walk life by the heart of wisdom, by the light of heart wisdom. Light of heart wisdom. Because even higher beings that will incarnate life to become a supreme super light being, they're going to learn heart wisdom. So, why they are going to learn heart wisdom? Because from the word heart, it means love. It means love, not the eros love or the phileas love, because those are love actually that would result into visit. Because from the word eros, ear, not the ear, this one, eros love, and phileas love. So meaning eros love that will result to lustful, to something like mundane or carnal, mga dili mayong na mga klase ng mga love. Then second is yung love na you love yourself, self-esteem. And the other love is which is the love which is unconditional love or a divine love. And that is love that we need to learn here, and plus the wisdom, because when we love, we cannot illustrate heart wisdom. We cannot illustrate divine love when we don't have heart wisdom, because in this tricky world, the formula of this tricky world, because the negative is actually can pretend to be an angel of light. So it means to say the formula is very simple. Okay, equate the formula. So you can put it in this way. People without heart wisdom, people which actually walking the light, walking his life by the love of the heart, can be easily misled without wisdom. Without wisdom, why? Because of the great pretenders. Madali man ka maluoy, madali man ka maawa, kasi love yung mukha. Yung mukha natin, yung mukha mo is love, at saka you do not use your heart wisdom, so you are misled because you can be easily deceived. So that's why it's very important instruction from the Supreme Master of Heaven, my son, be wise. So in other words, my son, have wisdom. So this is my reason why do not believe my words. I am encouraging everybody to go inner discovery. And of the guidance, do not believe my words, because when you believe my word, there's no more point in you. to go actual practical lesson because you already believe. So when you believe, we will just simply say, ah, I'll just go do meditation. Nothing else actually is to be done because everything can be done. Nothing to be done anymore because everything is illusion and there's nothing to be done because I'll do meditation. No, actually it's not in that precise way because, okay, let's put it in this way. How are you going to create? How are you going to create a kingdom in the sky? So we are in this the science today is actually we are we are in the science is actually really advanced because of the space program, space travel. So rocket to travel to the moon, to travel to the Mars, to travel to any planet that the rocket can reach. So those are actually space programs. Okay, now are we going to ask ourselves how we are going to create a kingdom, a kingdom in the sky? Okay, we might be thinking, okay, that can be done through technology. Okay, yes, how many years? I think many years. We do not know. 100 years from now. Okay, 200 years from now. Okay, that's quite long. Okay, We'll make it fast. We'll make it in 1 minute. How are we going to create a kingdom in the sky in just a matter of 1 minute? Okay, we'll just do it. We will meditate and make it 1 minute. Then we can have a kingdom in the sky right away. Just having meditation and we can create kingdom right away. Just a split of second or in just a matter of minute. Then we have already the kingdom of heaven or the kingdom of the skies. But that's actually not the reason that we are going to fulfill in our lives because we are going to develop the body, mind, soul, and spirit, and we are going to ascend the physical body and to higher dimension. Not just only the illusions, that just only the imaginations, because those are not actually the part of the ascension that we are going to fulfill in our lives. Because the ascension that we are going to fulfill in our lives is ascension from this minor dimension into the beyond astral dominion. So in actually beyond astral dominion. So people are actually talking by this time about multi-dimensional level of existence. The universe, the stars, the galaxies comprising of countless of stars because actually trillions of galaxies in the cosmos, the entire cosmos. So how are we going to ascend life into higher dimension? Are we going to ascend into the different galaxies? Are we going to ascend into the stars? When I said your star said, that's because the stars are actually portals. Portals into higher dimension beyond the stars. So beyond the stars. So it means to say beyond the cosmos. So if we are going to define every energy in the cosmos, that cannot be done because learning is actually a never-ending process of learning. So knowledge actually is never-ending process of learning. So when we learn this lesson, okay, it's not enough because it's actually never-ending process of soul realization. So until such a point in time, we will attain our final ascension into higher dimension. And here's another thing. Where is that higher dimension? Where is the higher dimension actually that we are referring in this message? We're actually talking about higher dimension beyond multi-dimensional level of creation into the supreme governance of infinite cosmic family of light. So where is that? That is actually, is it there in the stars? Okay, it's actually beyond the stars. So there is a place wherein does not need a star or planet to be the means of abode for the civilizations of life. And where is that place? Okay, that's why that is something like people will be confused. And in fact, it cannot be immediately discovered by knowledge because knowledge cannot actually discern the highest point of wisdom. Knowledge cannot actually reach the highest point of or the higher point of spirituality. That's the reason why spiritual understanding is the key to higher knowledge, and human understanding actually cannot accept. Human understanding cannot accept spiritual things because for human knowledge, those things are just hoax, are just illusion. So this is the point in time that we should undergo inner discovery. So that's why do not believe everything that I say. Anyway, this is actually the precise method how we are going to do our inner discovery. Because why we don't believe? We don't believe. You must not believe because so that you can do your experiment. Because moment you believe and when rely, you will rely your belief to the words that I say. There's no more left in you to do your experiment. So do your experiment. So that's the reason why you look the time you feel something like no good in your body, you feel like sick, you are sick, you look for someone to heal you because you do not believe yourself that you can heal. You believe that si Haligi makaayo nimo, si GM makaayo nimo, si Matan makaayo nimo. So, adto gyud mo magpatambal nito. You look for a healer to heal you because you believe, 100% you believe that they can heal you and there's no need for you to do your part so that you can heal yourself. You see the point? So if you believe about the world's conscious astral journey that I'm talking here, so there's no need for you to do your part to bestow an effort that you can do conscious astral journey because you believe my words and there's no need for you to do your experiment. No, it's not. Everybody must be a mechanist. In this group, I want everybody to be mechanist, to be spiritual scientist. So I said you are a spiritual scientist. So if there is material, there is applied science, so natural science. So we are very particular. Every one of us must be spiritual scientist. You are a mechanist. Do your experiment. Understand the physiology or understand the physiology and anatomy of your body. So that's the knowledge part. You now understand the functions of your energy body. So you must understand the function of your energy body. That's why resort into inner cultivation. You cannot complete, we cannot complete, none, anyone of this planet that can actually complete the ascension into higher dimension without growth in the spiritual side. So, kailangan ang growth sa spiritual side. Anyway, let's go first. Reading intermission muna tayo. From Engineer. Thank you, Jim. Your advice pushed me to live my life accordingly. Yes. Engineer, you is forever and find the gateway for eternity life. Find a gateway for eternity life. And how you are going to do that is, of course, inner cultivation. This is just a sort of encouragement for everybody, which based on precise truth that we must have the vigor of our spirit. If, for example, we cannot move fast in our physical body because we are weak in the physical, it does not really mean that you are weak in the spiritual. You are strong in the spiritual. Don't you worry if you have a weak body because your soul is powerful. And don't contaminate your soul with the weakness of your physical body because you will be crippled on your spiritual potential. Okay? The spiritual potential is really vital in your journey of life. In your journey of life into higher dimension. Okay, from Maribik, I believe you, GMPS, and a challenge for me to experience and inspire me what you have taught us. Okay. Maribik is really, even you don't believe even I don't believe, no, even I don't let you believe, but your mind is very sharp, that actually reaching the energies here. So it means to say you are sharp, you are a sword of light. So that's why do your mission in life right there in India, in the land of the mystic, the country of the mystic people, because you are actually sent there for the purpose of your divine mission in life. So you are a sword of light. It means to say you are sharp, very sharp. Okay, good. Aurora, gateway to eternity. Well said. Yes, gateway to eternity. You is forever. We are forever. So we must stop. We must not stop to be forever. We are forever, forever and ever. So, forever and ever. Eternal life. Okay? Mag-vibrate. Usahay. Akong brain. Unsay ipasabot. Okay, that's good. Anyway, the acceleration of energy in the physical body. That's why I'd like to have everyone here participate kasi makakita ako ng mga point of ano yung topic natin. Kay mas madali lang. Kay I supposedly discuss the book pero nalimutan ko na yung discussion sa book natin kay when we begin our conference here, that's all, tuloy-tuloy na tayo. Okay, so just read the book and if you have some question about the book, just let me know. Okay, about yung mga jerking ng brain, for example, okay, the acceleration of energy for sometimes, pag masyadong malakas, talagang magkuto-kuto yung mga ugat sa brain, yung mga cells sa brain magkuto-kuto, ano bang tawag ng magkuto-kuto sa Tagalog? Yung sa mga Tagalog niya, yung magkuto-kuto, Michael, magkuto-kuto sa Tagalog. Palihog ra ko sa kwan. Yung mga tuk 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 tuk. Oh. Ha? Okay, tumutunog. Okay. Talaga because pag malakas yung energy, tumutunog yung brain. Talagang malakas. So that's why sometimes when you are going to travel in the astral dimension at saka masyadong malakas yung tunog-tunog ng mga brain, you cannot refrain it or you are bothered of that and you will force yourself to wake up. You will force yourself to stop it because it's something like you cannot sustain the jerking, the tunog-tunog sa brain. Kasi because of the powerful energy and that would be very nice. Means to say talagang malakas katawan, kailangan niyang i-enhance. So ang kailangan diyan, talagang kailangan ng combination sa mga exercises because it needs to activate, to give substantive force for the cells of the brain, cells of the brain. Kasi ang brain mayroong cells to push the neurons, itong glial cells for example. Kailangan yan lumalakas, mag-pack up ng powerful energy para hindi siya masyadong tumunog pag mag-accelerate yung energy sa 7 energy centers of the body. So that's why that would be a good sign. That's actually a good sign. You have the potential of doing conscious astral journey. Really, really. Kasi yung mga parts ng brain. At saka pag mag-accelerate talaga yung energy, that's why kailangan yung mga exercises. So inner cultivation is actually the best. Actually, itong inner cultivation is designed talaga para sa ganyang mga experience. And anyone, that's why when you do the lesson, I always subscribe, use Ascension Oil. Yung Ascension Oil is talagang useful to cleanse off the blockages of the energy tunnels in the physical body. Okay. Kontakan ninyo sa ligi para sendan mo diha Ascension Oil. Okay, from Engineer Kervin. I'm always doing Astral Conscious Travel GM and I found wonders and happiness, but sometimes sad. Okay, that's good. Actually, what's the the worst situation in life, actually. I think the big problem in life, if when you feel only happiness in life, you cannot feel sadness. So if you can also feel sadness all throughout your life, that's worse. Then if you are also really happy in your life, so that's really worse. You look at the crazy people, they are always happy and they don't mind. Because what's actually the best important, actually the best part in our life while we are here incarnating in the mortal physical planet is we must be fruitful, productive. Why we are going to be fruitful, productive? So that we can have soul realization. We are useful actually, not for just few people, but for the many. For the many, because we are not alone. And that principle really correspond big, really big meaning in life. We are not alone. In this planet, we are not alone. In the home, your real home, you are not alone. And the illustration of divine love is actually done here. So it's actually done here. So that's why we must have that kind of heart wisdom. So the sadness that we have is a blessing from the Most High. The happiness that we have is actually a blessing from the Most High. So what I'm talking about, the sadness, okay, sadness that you can get in astral dimension, because actually that's actually a sort of remembering the past, what's the experience of the past. Then you realize that you have done that thing and you have that deficiency of the act or the mistake done in life. So it will help you realize your soul. And of course, why are we sad here in the surroundings? Because that is part of the training. We must overcome sorrows deep within so that we can activate the vigor of our spirit. Then if we don't have sadness, so that's a big problem because we don't have any more problems to solve in our lives. And that makes you very, very sad. So that's why I'm very sad actually if I cannot see problems in the surroundings because I think I don't have a job anymore. So, and that's the light workers part. You are sad because you do not know why are you sad because actually your soul knows that you're sad because he's sad because he knows that the job is actually very big to fulfill. And his physical body, her physical body is actually still there, sleeping and do not yet align with the precise purpose in life. So that's why we must to receive, align, and adopt the lessons of life, the message from the spiritual masters and guardian angels, so that we can align the purpose of our lives and we can begin fulfilling our divine mission to make us fruitful in our lives, and we can ascend back home over the rainbow into the city of light, into the supreme governance of light. Okay? Okay, Junil Aladad, always ko mag-connect ni Archangel Raphael for healing dayon mag-vibrate akong brain o gaan sa heart. Okay, nice. Yes, that would be good because the Archangel Raphael is for healing, divine healing. So okay, that would be good. Nice. From engineer. Okay. And all of these things being conscious means we are subjected to universal law. Okay. Nice. And Ayup, Junil, there are at least 7 archangels, if I'm correct. But let us measure it just quantity. In every realm, God is universal and is multiplicative to the highest order. There are many angels, and the names of the angels are revealed, and get to know more about angels. So here is now another story of the angels, continuation of the stories of the angels, supreme superlight angels. getting the deeper meaning of the supreme superlight angels, the angels of the Most High. So how we are going to discover the angels of the Most High and their divine message for everybody that people should receive, align, and adapt. So actually, we're talking about ascension of life into higher dimension, and how are we going to prepare our lives into that precise ascension. So there is a corresponding responsibility for everybody to do right now, because receive, align, and adapt. The energy is actually ever changing. Then it will cause imbalance if we are not aligned to that frequency. When there is imbalance, definitely it will alter the healthful condition of our physical body. So everybody has the lesson to do self-healing and to do healing not only for yourself but also for your brothers and sisters, and not only for your brothers and sisters but also likewise to the neighbors and to anybody and for the entire planet. So we are going to facilitate also our job, how we are going to make it simple. So that's why we will be having this oneness with all the stars. Okay, from Maribik Anagha. Okay, India. Okay, sometimes in meditation, tears just feel even I'm not crying or even I'm not emotional. I wonder what's that for. Okay, wow, nice. Because even heaven has tears. Heaven's earth is not actually crying, but it tears. The rain. While ago, there's tears in heaven. So that's why actually the signal was really interrupted by the tears of heaven. So that's good, Maribik, because of your connectivity with higher dimension. Your connectivity with the subjective part of nature that caused your eyes to tears. Wow, very nice. So, because as I said, every cell in our body is wise. Every cell in our body is conscious. It has consciousness. So that's why we have brains. We have cells, cell membrane, the brain of our cell. So we have cells. At present, in our body, we are comprising of trillions of cells. And definitely, because the cells are actually conscious as well, even though we're not conscious of why we tears, why we feel this feeling, but because there's perceptivity in the cells of the physical body. So that's why we're going to create more cells, immortal cells in our physical body, higher vibrational frequency, so that it will help us enlighten the world. We're now the world we live in. So, nag-iilaw tayong lahat ngayon. Kayo ay nag-iilaw. Tayong lahat ay nag-iilaw. So, our oneness with all the life and nature. Our oneness with all the stars. Okay, this is nice. Okay, share your experience and insights, and we're going to see what we can more discuss in this conference. And a sort of reminder for everybody, parang nag-advertise man tayo dito, no? But I really want everybody to have the Ascension Oil para magamit ninyo kasi makatulong yan for protection against viruses. Against viruses, kay talagang intended yan to suppress the negative energies in the surroundings. Kasi pag mag-infected tayo ng mga viruses, kawawa naman yung mga victims ng mga viruses. So, hindi tayo madaling ma-infected ng viruses. In fact, I said that we are not vulnerable for that kasi mayroon tayong energy cultivation. Yung malakas ng energy sa katawan ninyo, super electromagnetic energy yan. Hindi yan simple magnetism, super electromagnetic power. Anyway, yung super electromagnetic power, mayroon pang nandyan sa energy ninyo na hindi siya actually bilong ng super electromagnetic power. Yung energy na gidescribe na lang natin ng Supreme Superlight. Okay, palihog kong anak gamay do para makaginawa ta. Right? So that's it. So I'm glad na dito ngayon sa ating live broadcast na dito nag-join tayo ngayon para ma-united itong mga energies natin for even much more giant wave of positive vibration. Talaga kailangan ngayon, giant wave of positive vibration para mas lalong lumakas itong mga vibration natin para mag-suppress ng mga negative energies sa surroundings. So many negative energies in the surroundings. So we are going to suppress all those negative energies so that we can heal the problem of our lives, the problem of the surroundings. We are not going to solve the problem of the world because it's not our concern to solve the problem of the world because we cannot solve it. We can solve the problem of our own selves, of our own lives, and the surroundings by doing energy cultivation because we are going to shine up the light within us. You are going to shine up the light within yourself, then it will enlighten the entire planet. Then people will be awakened. Because this is the point. If we are going to solve the problems of the world, we can cause the problems of the world because polarity. Polarity, it means to say whenever the time that we are going to implement, okay, you are going to implement, this is the solution, then the other one has the solution. We are now more or less 8.5, no, 7.5 billion people around the world or 7 billion people around the world. We'll just consider that we are 7 billion people now around the world. Then imagine 7 billion people around the world. How many truth the world has ever now? How many truths of life the world is actually have now by this time? So the world has now 7 billion truth in life, different truth. So how are we going to solve the problems of the world? So meaning, if we are going to solve the problem of the world, we can cause the bigger problem of the world. So the precise way we are going to do our part is we must shine our light so that we can help the healing of life and nature. So we are going to shine up our light so that we can help the healing of life and nature. Okay. Sa tingin kong puging-pugi ka ngayon sa screen. Talaga bang parang puging-pugi ako ngayon sa screen? The way you're shining your light, mga puging at mga pugi at sa mga gwapo at sa mga gwapa kayo ngayon dito sa screen. Light is wonderful. And how we are going to celebrate the light of the universe, how we are going to celebrate the light of the Most High in our lives. So we are going to celebrate it by dedicating our lives to the help, the healing of life and nature. Okay? Now joining is Myra Hirira. Oh, Myra Hira. How to pronounce it? Myra Hira. Okay, welcome Myra Hira. Nice to see you here. I'm really glad that everybody is joining because this oneness really destined to help the healing of life and nature. So you are actually the heroes of light, the living heroes of helping the healing of life and nature. Why? Because by heart, not just by the mind, by heart, you are destined to heal, to help the healing of life and usher the ascension of life in this dimension into higher dimension. Right? Okay, yan. Kamusta man kayo ngayon dyan sa Manila? Kumusta man ng mga si Ani? Kumusta man si Ani? Si Junil, okay, maayo. Saka sa lahat ng mga nag-join ngayon, I hope enjoy kayo ngayon sa ating mga discussion here. Si Abdik Irish, okay, nice. Si Abdik Irish, kay marami na yun siya mga natulungan. Kaya ito ang energy healing. Energy healing is really needed by this time kasi makatulong tayo sa mga tao. Okay, Dushel. Okay, Dushel Satur. Gamhanan ng pangalan siguro. Okay, Satur, no? Okay, Dushel Satur. Mayong hapon, Jim. Pwede ba na muapil sa 49 days nga lesson of inner cultivation, devotion, of the secret names of God. Wala ba ko i-decision? Okay. Pwede. May mugay 149 biday. Bahala na ka. Okay. Anyway, the mystical side. Doon yung mga pangutana about mystical side. No? Okay, that's good. From engineer. Okay, basa ko na to sa nindot ng screen. Sa lahat ng mga chapters natin, yung mga chapters, this is a sort of reminder also na yung mga chapter talaga, kailangan mayroong mga activities every day. Every day, mayroong mga mag-visit yan, mga spiritual inspector yan. Pag makita yun ninyo with your naked eyes, yung mga spiritual inspector in the form of lights, shooting stars, perceive niya, pag wala kayong makita, then every day, mayroong signal ma-receive ninyo sa katawan ninyo. That's because there is presence of the spiritual personnel na nandyan. Mga kailangan mga mayroong activities. Then once you have the chapter, Haliging Ruslan will tell you what to do. So si Haliging Ruslan will send you the instruction on how we are going to put up the kasi pag mayroong chapter, mayroong yang table at saka mayroong glass of water. So it means to say you are online with the transmission of the Supreme Superlight Angels. Okay, so let's read first the message from Engineer. I can afford to leave my mortal consciousness. Jim, I was taught by my elders and okay, actually stronger energy. So stronger energy, that's why itong magnetism, super electromagnetic force, our gadget cannot survive the energy joining in this conference because so the energy today is higher. So higher energy, the cell phone didn't work out well. So the computer didn't work out well, and it collapsed. the, so that's why off na po tayo. Ang ating cellphone may hindi gumana. Ang cellphone natin hindi siya gumana kay nag-shut down siya. So we have to energize the gadget and always energize the gadget so it can survive. Before I will close the conference today, we will do collective healing. So the same procedure. Before we will close the conference today, we will do collective healing. So we are going to wait for the rest, friends, brothers, and sisters to join. Okay? So si Maribik, nag-join na si Maribik sa live. Ano ba yan? Sa, makita ba sa screen? Hindi.
Makita mo dyan.
Okay, we'll see. Join kayo sa ang Art of Life ngayon is dito lang. Makita sila, mag-join lang sila. Ganito na lang ating gagawin kasi ang iba hindi na siguro makapasok sila ngayon. Na off man ang ating screen. Okay. So, because our time now is actually 6 o'clock in the evening, in a few minutes from now, we will do our collective Art of Life 172 exercise. So before we close our live conference today, we will do distant energy healing. Then everybody can join the distant energy healing. So the same procedure. Then right after our conference here, so we will relax for 5 minutes. So after 5 minutes, we'll get back and we'll do collective Art of Life 172. By the way, Maribik, siguro mga alas 9 ng gabi, alas 9 ng gabi, so, mag-istorya tagbalik sa mag-live balik para we will talk for a program of the chapter, for example.
Messenger conference.
Messenger conference tayo, ha? So, si Ann, also ni Ann, And okay, tingnan natin sino yung mga available maka-join sa Messenger conference. Then before I forget, okay, if you can go to our YouTube channel, I'd like to do our conference there sa YouTube channel natin. So, have your YouTube account, si Maribik na inyo na siya. And then, go to Dugukan Holistic Art sa YouTube channel natin. And we have website. Ang website natin, www.innercoredugukan.com. So, there you can find the link of the book. Okay, you can download the book for those who don't have yet the copy of the book. Kailangan yon especially pag mayroon tayong chapter. Kaya pag wala tayong book or literature of Dugukan, we cannot really share the lessons of Dugukan. Kay yung literature ng Dugukan, kailangan yon sa chapter natin. At saka, for every chapter na later on, I will be sending to you the book of Dugukan Hilot Art. So, yung Dugukan Hilot Art, yung literature sa Dugukan Hilot System. Okay, so antayin natin ng yung ibang mga kasamahan natin. Few minutes from now, we will begin the distant energy healing. At saka ngayon, kasi ngayon mayroong energy release ngayon ang energy of the Supreme Superlight Angels from the command of angels for healing. Okay, I'll send it to you. I'll send it to everybody here. All you have to do is to connect on my palm. Connect in my palm, then you will receive the connection from the transmission of the angel's command for healing. And for people also who don't have yet the connection of Dugukan Foundation Healing System, okay, I allow you to connect. Feel free to connect. Anyway, this is for everybody. And it doesn't matter if you are a believer or not believer, because as you go forward in your inner discovery, we are still one. We are still one. I'm pretty sure of that 101%. Why? Because everybody now is in the entire planet, even not in this planet, everybody, every existence, we are one in the divine connection of the Most High. So, I'm waiting for everybody to connect, and when nandito ng lahat, anyway, even lahat, not all, we will begin the energy healing. Okay, so mga alas 8 ng gabi, I'll be back. Live tayo, doon tayo. Ang lahat ba dito, nandoon ba sa, member ba sa chat room natin? Messenger is chat room, no?
No, Messenger, GM. Private call, then add another.
Okay.
Add.
How many people will be accompanied? Siguro, ang uban, mawahi itong uban, no? Kaya wala man sila nakabalik na yun. Okay, so siguro, we will begin now. We'll just send energy healing to everybody. Yung mga hindi na nakabalik, okay lang. So, we will begin the healing because few minutes from now is angels contact and connection. Okay, everybody connect. Put your presence with the divine connections of Supreme Master of Heaven, Supreme Superlight Angels, Supreme Master of Wisdom, Supreme Superlight Angels for divine healing. Okay, everybody connect, and now you have your new, latest, actually new self-defense. Okay, but this time, okay, in mind, silently chant your self-defense, new self, yung bagong release. Okay, connect. Okay, close your palm. Now, there's another thing for you to become an energy healer. So, receive the divine healing energy for your healing para mayroon kayong energy for healing connection. For healing connection, receive, connect. Okay, close the palm. Okay, so now hold your water. So pick up your glass of water so that we press the water and make a living water of life. Okay. Hold the glass of water with your left hand and connect. Okay. Now drink your water. Okay, for every